Hi, friends. We talked about how if you want to be an individual, you have to take the road less traveled and create your own way by walking through places no one else has been. And we explored a little bit more, the physical, mental, emotional expansion. And naturally, we cannot forget the spiritual expansion, the spiritual dimension where actually everything trickles down from. Uh, and if before we had this model of God being somewhere above, and that you had to strive and work really hard to achieve enlightenment or, to go to heaven. So we had this like heaven below, hell above, and we're in the middle. And based on what you do and what religion you follow and what spiritual practice you have, it gets determined whether you get pulled down or you go high up. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous. And when we perceive it from the point of view of 5D unity consciousness, we realize that those things are not vertical, they're not linear, they are one. They exist together like the atom. Uh, and uh, you have both within heaven and hell, like the poets have pointed out many times. And you decide uh, where to turn. You have a choice every minute of every day. You have a choice. Am I going to smile at this stranger, or am I going to like yell something nasty at them or just be mean to them? Am I going to pick up this trash that somebody else left on the trail and throw it away? Or am I going to curse the people that threw the trash and not perform any action? So, all the little choices that we do bring us closer to heaven or hell. And the more we develop a positive outlook, an encouraging outlook, the more we develop love and kindness towards ourselves. And, when we do that, naturally we can extend that to others, and compassion and understanding instead of judgment. Uh, the closer to heaven we get, and our life on earth becomes heaven. And if before we had those religions that distort actual spiritual teachings into rules and regulations that actually, in a lot of cases, contribute to more judgment and division, which I just learned that the word devil comes from a Greek word diabolo, and the word diabolic comes from, which means, divided, and the symbolic is what unites. So you can see that all of the big religions, they use similar symbolism, which that's the one thing that has not gotten lost. And they all actually, at the core of them, point towards love. But somehow, in the implementation of all the rules, that gets distorted into judgment, and my religion is better than yours, and if you don't follow my religion you're not going to go to heaven, and I'm going to conquer your land so I could convert everybody there to my religion so I could be seen as higher up in the eyes of God, which is all ego. So when we transcend the ego, we realize how we're one human family, we're one with nature, we're one with the plants, we're one with the animals, and we are here to be caretakers of this beautiful, beautiful, incredible planet that we have been given, and to take care of one another and help each other. And we all have unique gifts, and when we share those gifts, we're capable of achieving great things when we work together. And when we are curious about our differences and honor and appreciate them instead of judge them and be afraid of them, and when we realize that heaven and hell are spaces within, and that the path to heaven is the path to higher consciousness, and we can ascend while we're in the body by dying to the old ways and uh, patterns of the ego that no longer serve us. So it's the psychological death or um, dark night of the soul, which you can have a lot of them until you completely clear yourself from the things that are not aligned with truth. Then when we begin to live in love and joy and peace and truth and cooperation and unity, life transforms into a heaven because we see it through the eyes of love and God, and we realize that God is not an old man in the sky judging us, but God is the divine spark within us that exists in absolutely everything else. And when we are able to honor the divine spark within, we can honor it in other people, and then we allow the divine spark to express itself through us, and we become a channel and vessel for the divine to co create the world of our dreams, which we as humanity all share the same dreams. We have those dreams of paradise on earth and all humans cooperating and peace and beauty and abundance, and we're capable of achieving all this very easily if we focus on those things instead of all the things that seemingly go wrong, which are manifestations of the hell consciousness that we carry within us, or the devil energy that divides. And the more we focus on that, the more of that we manifest. Whereas the more we focus on the good and the positivity and the way people help one another and encourage each other, and the way animals cooperate with us and nature and everything else, the more we focus on those things, the faster we'll move up and ascend into heaven collectively. So you can imagine if all of the religions were major highways and the different spiritual paths are like little paths coming out of them, like we had the analogy of going through a national park. Eventually, that whole river of spirituality um, ends in the same place, the ocean of love and pure consciousness and divine intelligence. And they actually are all sourced from there. So instead of arguing, let's just be more loving. And the hardest thing naturally is to love ourselves and accept ourselves completely, with all of our quirks and insecurities and anxieties and fears and judgments and jealousies and pettiness and, you know, sadness. But it's a beautiful journey, turning within, looking what's there, uh, utilizing reality as it's supposed to be as a mirror to inform you of what's happening inside of yourself. Learning emotional intelligence, learning how to use your emotional system, which navigates you through life, and knowing that the answer is always love. And if something is off, we need more love. Love is the medicine, truly. It can do wonders and miracles. And this is what Jesus came to teach, and this is what Buddha came to teach. And I don't know that much about Islam, but probably this is what Muhammad came to teach. And every religion at its core derives its origin from a spiritual teaching that was based on a love, unity, togetherness, cooperation, sharing, the things that help encourage life and promote it. So it's really, really exciting that we are actively working on co-creating heaven on earth, and more and more people are joining in. And yes, I agree, Tony. More coffee, more love, more cats, more beauty, more laughter, more joy, more play, more learning from children, more learning from animals, more learning from nature, and honoring one another, and turning towards the divinity within, and having that clear guidance always, that connection to heaven, that direct line to source, and allowing the magic to unfold and the miracles to evolve and happen naturally.